Hey scholars, it's Mrs. Jasnica, and here is our first Draw With Me challenge for the new year, 2022. We're going to be drawing a frog on a lily pad. Let's go ahead and get started. Now the first thing that you're going to need is a pencil and a paper. If you have something to color with, you can have that out as well. We need to have our paper sideways. That means it's going horizontal this way, not like this. Now that we have our paper in the correct position, we're going to go ahead and get started. So to begin our cute frog, we're going to find the middle of the paper, so right around here-ish, and we're going to make sure that we draw the top of the head of the frog down, or up here, and then the legs or feet or whatever down here. This is also where the lily pad and the water is going to be. Oh, just made a mistake. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and begin. So here's the middle. I'm going to go up from there, and I'm going to draw a curved line. So we want it to be in the middle, so right around here. Not like the middle of the paper, but the middle going this way. Let's draw a curved line. You can also call this a parentheses. So here's what it looks like sideways. All right, now from here on each side, we're going to make little upside down U shapes. You can also say that they look kind of like half circles. And these are going to be the area where the frog's eyes are. So go ahead and make, from this corner, make an upside down U, or kind of like a half circle. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. So now what we have is kind of like a little bump and then two half circle shapes where the eyes are going to be. So now we're going to work on the body, and we'll add the eyes and all that stuff later. Now, as you can see, I have around the same amount of space on both sides here. I always try to make sure that I center my artwork so that I don't have the frog kind of like over here or over here. It's not really that important, but it just makes my art look a little bit nicer. Alright, now we're going to make a curved line going down from this eye and a curved line going down from this eye. So it's going to look like this, but coming down from here. So I'm going to start where this ends, and I'm just going to make a line. Now if you want your frog to be a little bit chubby, then you're going to want to make the line go out a little more. So for example, instead of here, you would be making the line kind of go a little bit fatter, like this. Okay, so it's up to you how chubby you want your frog to be. If you want it to be super chonky, you can make it really, really chonky and add really big curved lines. All right. Now let me go ahead and do this side. So I'm gonna curve my line like this. So here is the body of my frog. The legs and the arms are going to go down here. But just in case you've gotten this far and you're like, Mr. Sneak, I don't really like what mine looks like. Is there an easier way to do this? This shape here kind of looks like an egg, right? And then these just look like circles. So really quickly, we're going to stop. And I'm going to show an easier way to make this frog. So the way that we could do this is make an oval like this and add two circles on the top where the eyes are going to go. Okay, now notice that I didn't put the circles over the oval, and the reason why is because now I'm going to erase this part, and this is where the eyes are going to go. Okay, so you can do it like this, and then we can erase the bottom of the oval because we're not going to need that. It's sitting on a lily pad, and we'll just close it right here. Okay, but we haven't done all that part yet. So to make the easy frog, you're just gonna need to make this oval and these 2 circles, okay? And then we can add all the details after. Let's go ahead and go back. So we should all have this on our paper right now, this oval shape, and then these 2 circle shapes. Let's go ahead and add the stomach of the frog because it's facing us. These are the eyes. This is where the stomach will be. So I'm going to make, in the middle here, a circle. It doesn't have to be perfect, and in fact, really, it doesn't matter if it's an oval or a circle. It looks like a circle to me. Let me make it look a little nicer. It's perfectly fine to erase if you make a mistake. You don't have to make everything perfect, but you should also care about your artwork enough to fix anything you don't like. So I'm just going around trying to make it more like a circle. It's not coming out perfectly, but it'll be okay. There we go. All right, I think this side's a little fatter, but you know what? I can always fix it when I outline everything in Sharpie. Let's keep going. So right now, I have the stomach of my frog, and I need to add the legs and the feet and the mouth and the eyes. Let's go ahead and add the eyes and the mouth now, and then we'll work on the bottom part of our frog. So inside of these kind of like upside down U shapes or half circles, we're gonna draw a full circle. So like this. That's gonna be one eye, and then we're gonna draw another circle over here. I made that one too big, and this one is probably the perfect size. Or do I want to make this one bigger? These are tough choices. Let's go ahead and make this one smaller. Now it's too small. Alright, I'll fix it later. So I have my 2 eyes, and now I'm going to make the mouth. And you can choose any kind of mouth you want. You can just make it a regular happy face. But what I'm going to do is make kind of like a little cat face. And I know frogs are not cats, I just think that this mouth looks cute. So I'm going to add a curved line, kind of like a happy face, and then another curved line. So it looks like 2 happy faces together. I think that that mouth is really cute. But again, you can always just do a normal mouth like this. Okay, so here's the eye, here's the other eye, and there's the cute little mouth. Okay, and if you want to, you can make a little tongue coming out like this. That's fine too. Now let's add details to the eyes. I always like to add a little circle in the corner to be the eye shine. So I'm going to put a circle like this, and that part of the eye is going to stay white. Sometimes I add another little circle somewhere else so it can have 2 eye shines. That's fine too. So here's what mine looks like. And now I'm going to add the nose holes, also known as nostrils. So above the mouth, we're just going to add 2 little circles or ovals. There we go. And now we're going to go ahead and go down to the arms. And then we'll work on the legs after. So let's say here is where its arm would be. And this could be the other arm. In fact, let me make this curve in a little bit more so it looks the same as this side. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these lines and bring them in, kind of like we're finishing the oval a little bit. And I'm gonna make the two hands right here under its stomach. Okay, now this could be a little bit difficult to make these shapes. So if you find this difficult, I'm gonna show you another way that you can do it. Oh, my cats are fighting. All right, so I'm gonna do what looks like a drip. And I'm gonna do another one, and that's gonna be another finger. Again, it just looks like a drip. And I'm gonna do one more here. Okay, so I'm gonna make it have 3 little fingers. If you wanna make yours have 4, that's fine too. I should probably look up a picture of a real frog and see how many fingers a real frog has, because I actually don't know. But don't worry, you will know for this video. Let's go ahead and do the other one. We're doing a little drip. Then we're doing another little drip. And the last finger is gonna go right under its stomach. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If you do 4, that's perfectly fine also. And it looks kind of like it's hugging its stomach. Now we gotta do the legs. Now to do the legs, if the frog is looking at us, they're gonna be kind of behind the frog. But frogs have really long legs, much longer than the arms. So we're gonna have them bent out like from here and here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out and make a curved line. This is gonna be kind of where the knee of, not that they have knees like us, but the knee of the frog. And then from here, I'm gonna curve it down until I get to this part of the arm. So the bottom part of the arm. Boop, like that. Now I didn't connect it all the way because I gotta add the little feet and all that, but what I did was make this curved shape that looks like half a heart. It also sort of looks like a human ear. So I want to do it around the same place, so I'm going to go from here. This is where it would start, right around here. And we're going to make another bump, just like here. And we're going to come down and stop before we get to the very bottom. So these are the 2 knees, or kind of like the legs of our frog. And now we gotta add the little feet. Before I do that, let me show you another way to do feet for the frogs, or arms or legs or whatever, fingers, excuse me. So let's say you did this. Let me add the stomach. That looks not that great. Let me fix that. Okay. There we go. So another way that you can do the frog legs is you can just put the letter W and then one more bump, okay? So let me show you that a little closer. You're gonna do a W and then another bump. Okay, so it'll look like this. I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna do it over here. So I'm gonna zoom in right here. I'm gonna do a W and then another bump. Kind of looks like a U and a W. Maybe we can call it a triple U. So that is a much easier way to do the legs if you're having trouble with doing the feet, or I guess fingers. I don't know, whatever part of the body that we're gonna be doing. Let's go ahead and do the feet now, because we were doing the hands and the fingers, but now we're doing this. All right. So I'm gonna do a little blob. I'm gonna do another little blob, and finally one last blob. And I'm gonna do it on this side. And again, they don't have to be perfect. Just want to make them all kind of around the same size. So there we go. That's what mine looks like. Now we're going to be doing the lily pad. Now, if you don't want to do this part, I'm okay with it. You could just put him on like the ground or something instead. But I want my frog to be in the water, and it can't really float, so I'm gonna do the water after and the lily pad first. But if you wanna do dirt or just a regular floor, that's fine too. Here we go. So from the middle of the knees, that's where I'm gonna start the lily pad, and I'm going to make a curved line going down, and I'm gonna make a curved line going down. We want them to be kind of around the same length from the edge of the paper, so if you don't have that much space on one side, that's not a big deal, but I don't like it to touch the edge of the paper, which is why I erase there. And my cats are making so much noise. Okay, let's go ahead and curve in now. So this is the back, and now we're going to be curving in. Now, I did run out of paper here, and if I had done my frog a little bit higher up, this wouldn't have happened. But it's not that big of a deal, so I'm gonna curve my lily pad in, and here's what it looks like. We can always add more details. Like, for example, do you hear that? It's my cat. Anyway, you can add lines going to the end of the lily pad. And you can also add kind of like a cut in the lily pad. So like, for example, let's say right here, I'm gonna take this part of the lily pad out. Looks like it ripped or something. Now you can see my eraser mark, but that's not really that big of a deal. And I say this a lot, but if you are working in pencil, which you should be, you have to make sure to draw really lightly so that you can always erase your eraser marks. Okay? And again, if you do not want to do the lily pad, you don't have to. It's not that big of a deal. You can just do the floor. Now, I have to decide if I want to make the whole background blue, like this is all water, or if I want to stop the water, like maybe right here, and just have this be something else. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So, we've learned about a horizon line in art. A horizon line separates the bottom part of the picture, in this case water, from the sky or whatever the background is. So I want to separate the water from the sky. So to do that, we're just going to make a line going across until we hit the frog. Then we're going to skip through it and then go out this way. Okay, so I'm turning my paper. Actually, let me turn it this way. And I'm just gonna make a straight line going from the edge of the paper until I hit the frog, like that. And then from here, we're gonna go through the frog until we get to the other side. And then we're gonna continue the line. So here's what it looks like. Oh, there's my new kitty. Hi, Bastet. All right. I need you to move, honey. Hi. I guess she wants to see my beautiful frog. Okay, now I think it is time to add any final details. One thing that I think is cute on frogs is to add kind of like little wart marks. They're kind of like little circles of different color green that I could put. So I'm gonna add a few ovals. And you don't have to do this if you don't want, but I think it's a cute addition. And they don't have to be the same on both sides. So here's what mine looks like. And actually, you know what? Let me add one more over here. And, oh, she turned off the lights. And one more over here. There we go. And I can always add more later. Another thing I can add as a detail, I'm gonna add some little eyelashes, just curved lines to make my drawing more unique. And remember, these are just extra details. You don't have to do them. And in fact, if you want yours to look different, you can add any details that you prefer. Another thing I can add is some cute little circles under the eyes that can be pink to make it look like blush. I can do that. Whatever you think would be a good detail to add to your art. You can add mountains in the background, you can add a sun in the sky, whatever you like. There we go. So that's how I did mine. And now I think it's time to go ahead and start outlining and coloring in. Now remember, the way that I color it does not have to be the way that you do it. And if you want to practice shading, you can also use more than one color so that you can blend them together, like we were learning before winter break. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, scholars, so here is my finished artwork of a cute little frog on top of a lily pad. The colors that I was using were from the 10-pack Crayola markers. So these were the ones that I was using, and that's why I had more than one option for the color of green, but you guys could always make them the same color, or you can make your frog a different color. Alright, let's see what you guys were working on.
For as long as humans have walked the earth, frogs have been here. In fact, they inhabited the earth for over 200 million years. Scientists even found a 40-million-year-old frog fossil in Antarctica. Because of this, frogs and toads have been subjects in mythologies and folklore of people around the world for centuries. People have been using frogs in art for a really long time, huh? So what do frogs symbolize? They symbolize ancient wisdom, good luck, wealth, purity, transformation, and abundance. Those are just some of the things frogs symbolize. When a frog is shown in art with its tongue touching another creature, it represents the sharing of knowledge and power. Many native cultures believe that frogs prevent loss, which is why small frog coins are put in purses to prevent money loss.